Hi, my name is Gabriel Acosta, and I will be focusing on the history portion of our thematic unit, which is on New Mexico. Okay, for this unit, we'll be focusing on the Old Spanish Trail and the Santa Fe Trail, two important trade routes in New Mexico, and two of the oldest in the country. What students will be doing first is just doing basic research on their own on the two different trade routes, comparing and contrasting them, the different features they have, who traded on the trade routes, what was traded, the location and time the trade routes were active. After that, students will be paired into groups of 4 and teams of 2, and they'll be talking about the two different trade routes and convincing the other team why their trade route should be the one to trade on. And that'll give students a time to collaborate, talk about the different trade routes in ways maybe they didn't think, or to compare and contrast information, that other students gathered. And these are just the student resources that I provide for the students to use. And sorry, here is what the source of information is. It's nationalparkservices.gov, so we're always trying to use sources, of course, that are credible. As for technology integration, for now, students are only going to be using the links I provided, so the internet, and then they'll be writing their notes on Microsoft Word. Just depending, I guess, on the situation. In the future, if there's better technology we could use to teach this unit, I'm all for it. And of course, projectors, things like that, will be integrated into the lesson plan. Students will be assessed on the information they gathered originally, and that'll be, typed out, of course. And then after that, the students will be assessed on their participation in the group activity. And finally, they'll be writing a reflection, or typing up a reflection, about their views of the trade routes and if they've changed after they discussed it with their groups. Okay. And then these follow the standards and benchmarks provided. This is standard benchmark 582A, and it's to analyze and evaluate the characteristics and purpose of geographic tools, knowledge, skills, and perspectives, and apply them to explain the past, present, and future in terms of patterns, events, and issues. And then number 2, provide a historic overview of patterns of population expansion into the West by the many diverse groups of people. And these are, of course, people who trade along the trade routes. These are geared towards the 7th grade curriculum. And then here's another one, and this is for specifically New Mexico history in 7th grade, and it's explore and explain how people and events have influenced the development of New Mexico up to present day. And then the subpoint is explain the significance of trails and trade routes within the region. And that's the lesson. Thank you.